All right, so worst case scenario is we find ourselves in a situation where we let someone get too close to us, right? And we all know this from close quarter shooting where we're working in close, we shoot from the hip. But how does that change in low light conditions? Now, presupposing you're doing the right thing and you got your light in your hand. If I let someone get this close to me for whatever reason, maybe I just turn around and there they are. What should my first reaction be, even if I don't need the gun?
Get them in the face.
Create distance.
I mean, let's think realistically. You come around a corner and run into somebody.
Well then, no.
Are you just going to just start popping old ladies in the head?
Create distance.
Give yourself distance and control. Use the light for control. Go to maximum beam on the face until you've given yourself distance and then assess from there. It can be as simple as, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You can apologize your way out of it. They don't have to know what your intent was. They don't have to know they were half a second away from getting drilled. But it gives us control, because the beam is in the face, it removes their visual horizon. They cannot assess us anymore. Until they're able to get out of that light, or we take that light off their face, especially the darker it is outside, the more beneficial it is for us. So immediate contact, beam in the face, and then decide if we need to go to the gun or not. Well, obviously in this situation, this guy's got a knife. Beam in the face, I'm on the gun as soon as possible, boom, 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 boom. Get distance, right?
Right! Threat!
Okay, so general first step to low light is understanding that you're going to, or you should have the light out long before the weapon. Like I said, what I was talking about earlier, when we're moving to and from our house, to and from our car, going to a store, walking into the mall, walking out of the mall, anytime that sun dips to the level where we cannot see, our visibility is reduced to, let's say, your visibility is reduced to a quarter of a mile, an eighth of a mile, tenth of a mile, whatever, go ahead and have that light in your hand. You know, get it out and just get used to carrying it. I wouldn't get into the habit of putting your light on your keychain, because there's not very many keychain lights that are going to be bright enough for self-defense, and that's a whole bunch of shit in your hand when it comes time to bring the gun out, right? So everybody, go ahead. Everybody's got their light in their hand, right? Now, in this position, just in the ice pick grip, is that the grip you want to use?
Maybe.
Maybe. But let's say just for convenience sake, comfort's sake, and the reduction of steps to bring the light into play with your gun, is that a good grip to start with? Yes. Now, you may change it if time permits, but that's a good place to start because it's comfortable. And most modern lights have the tail cap activation. So I always carry mine right in my hand, thumb on the switch, and I can use it at any time. Now remember, we're going to navigate lowest light possible. You may turn it on and cup it, moving around, looking for stuff. Don't get in the habit of using a shitload of light pointlessly. If you need a lot of light, use a lot of light. If you don't need a lot of light, don't use a lot of light. Now, when it comes time to go to my gun, if I find myself in a situation where, you know, I've got a guy approaches me, he's got a knife or whatever, I hit him with the light, you know, I'm going to illuminate him, I'm going to check his hands, because I don't want to agitate him by putting the light in his face necessarily. I might start there to let him know I see him, and then I'll bring the light down, like, hey man, what's going on, can I help you, you know. Engage in that conversation, not only to let him know that you're aware of him, but to let any potential witnesses know that there's something going on, and humans being humans, they're going to stop and watch. And that right there may be enough to avoid any conflict whatsoever. But let's say, for the sake of argument and for the sake of the course, you get into a situation where the light is not a deterrent. And he decides, I'm going to get whatever I came to get from this guy, be it personal or criminal intent. I want this guy's wallet, I want this guy's car keys, what have you. The light itself is not enough to dissuade him. Does it change the way I draw?
No, hopefully not.
It does, because I've got a light in my hand and I have to clear a cover garment, right? So there, you can still do a two-handed draw, but that takes the light off your bad guy. And one thing I can definitely do with this light, if I put it in my controlling surface and direct it at his face, is keep him from seeing me draw the weapon. The next time he sees me, I've got a gun in my hand, and it wasn't there before. If I'm hitting him with as much light as I have, say twilight or dark conditions, if I'm hitting him with 250 or more lumens, he's not going to see that draw. He may see body movement on the outside of it. Chances are he's not, and most likely he's going to be reflecting, trying to block the light or trying to move out of the beam, something like that. He's not going to see me bring the weapon out. So the next time he looks at me, I've got a gun in my hand. And then it's either gunshots because it's warranted, or drop the fucking knife. Right? That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So you got your lights, right? You've been knocked down from behind. But since you do not have line of sight on whatever's behind you that knocked you to the deck, you need to roll over, find your threat, and assess and decide if they deserve to be shot or not based on their actions. So for this first drill, I'll make it easy for you. You're going to roll over, and your threat is going to be a threat, meaning they're going to be doing something that would necessitate weapons fire. So you're going to roll over, and you're going to see a guy with a gun, a stick, a bat, or whatever, and he's coming right for you. Threat! Threat! Wait!
Hey, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, man?
Threat! That gun up! Light off, get distance. Light on, assess your threat. Threat is down. Control. Threat! Fix it! Control. Threat! Control!
Back up! Back up!
Threat, head up! Get that gun up!
Damn it.
Right! Light off, move. Light on, reassess. Good job, good job. Right! Get that gun up! Get that light off! Illuminate! Nice.